can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Nina. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on a brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. Now I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweaking. But I still gotta fight my demons.
Welcome in, episode 61 of the WAG Show. I'm your host, Ben Hostler. We are here to talk about today's best bets. It is Tuesday, May 9th. We have a full baseball slate tonight, a couple NBA playoff games, a couple NHL games. Yesterday, man, boy, was I wrong about those Edmonton Oilers. Dang. I said I thought they would win. They lost, 5-1? We did hit the over 1.5 in the first period, so that recouped a little bit. But the parlay yesterday, that was a full fade. Mariners L, Oilers L. So that was not great. But we did hit. I said my favorite play for baseball was the Brewers. They won, so that was good. Hopefully, you guys see teams coming off Sunday Night Baseball on the road, that's been money for us. So I'm going to keep riding it. That's what we were riding yesterday with the Brewers going up against the Dodgers. That worked out. So Stephanie, what's up? Sean Brook, came through. Yes, they did. Dewan, what's up? Corey, what's up? Jim, what's up? Hopefully we can pick some more winners tonight, though. Brewers came through. That hockey over 1.5 in the first period. I told you guys yesterday that's been money for Oilers games this year in the playoffs. I think it's hit like all but one time, and that came through again last night. So Mitchell, what's up? So we'll keep going back to that, but yeah, the Oilers. I mean, that was terrible. Mariners. I don't know how the Mariners lost, to be quite honest with you. I mean, their pitcher was throwing a perfect game at one point. He had like 10 strikeouts through like 6 innings. And I don't know. They were up 1-0, and then they just choked. So, unfortunate. I do have some plays I like for tonight, though, so we're going to dive in. I'll pull up the live trends tool. If you guys are new here, this is a free tool. You can access it every single day, betkarma.com, or download the BetKarma app. It's free. You can get access to it in the app. Very useful tool. I'm agreeing with kind of the money tonight for these NBA games. Well, first of all, before we dive into this, can we talk about the just absurd takes that people have during the NBA playoffs? Because, I thought the Warriors would win last night. They didn't. Lakers look primed. I mean, the Lakers, it's going to take an epic collapse for them to lose this series. And I don't know. Then if it's them versus the Nuggets, I think that can go either way. I might lean slightly towards the Nuggets, but it would be close. If it's Lakers Suns, I would take the Lakers. So they're in a pretty good position right now to get to the NBA Finals. And if you get LeBron James in the NBA Finals, I mean, it's going to probably be tough to beat him. Although Boston's very good. So if they go up against Boston, I'm not sure who I would pick there. But I saw some just absurd takes. Like last night, people saying Someone was saying Draymond Green's not a Hall of Famer. Like, what? First of all, who even cares about the Basketball Hall of Fame? I mean, I'm sure like the players do, but to me, like the NFL Hall of Fame is cool because like they have the whole ceremony. Like, it's just a bigger sport, so everyone watches it. But I mean, they kind of just let anyone in the Basketball Hall of Fame. I feel like, is it really that crazy of a thing? Like, I feel like the Baseball Hall of Fame is like legitimately hard to get into because of how they do their voting and stuff. I don't like, who cares who's a Basketball Hall of Famer or not? Secondly, I don't know how you can definitively say Draymond Green's not a Hall of Fame player. The Warriors would not have 4 rings without Draymond Green. There was a run of 3 titles where Draymond Green was the best defensive player in the NBA. And what, he's not a Hall of Famer because he turned the ball over last night? I just thought this was an absurd take. And I saw some other crazy takes too. The NBA playoffs brings out just absurd takes left and right. Draymond's definitely a Hall of Famer. I mean, I think he is, but like, I know, what did he do that he's not? I mean, he's been all defensive team like how many times? IDK, why are you even talking about it, dude? Because I'm just so fascinated by like how do you get to the place where you think this? I don't understand it. Like, do you watch basketball? Is Draymond? I don't know if someone can fact check me, but I think Draymond and LeBron are like the only people to have a triple double in a game 7. In the playoffs or the finals or something. Draymond used to be a baller, bro. I mean, he's gotten older, but people live in the moment too much. I agree. People just talking, agree. They need to start Poole. This is a hot take. People will not like this take that they need to start Poole. The thing right now is like the hot button thing is like Jordan Poole's got the worst contract in the NBA and all this stuff. So people will not like that take. Look, Jordan Poole is what he is. You know, I don't know what, like, he's not the worst contract in the NBA. I mean, would I want to have him on a max contract if it were my team? No. But are you trying to tell me that his contract's worse than like Ben Simmons? It's not. It's not. Jordan Poole, he just, what was it, like against Sacramento? Golden State should have won yesterday. I agree. I don't know what that was at the end of the game for them. But did Jordan Poole, he just had that game against Sacramento. Didn't he go like he scored like a ton. He was hitting all those threes. Like what? That was literally like a week ago. Now he's the worst contract in the NBA. Fascinating. Anyways, all right, on to the basketball games tonight. I agree with the money tonight. Tons of money coming on Boston here. I agree. I think Boston wins this at home. Poole health I want to bring. I agree, Dylan. Poole has played worse this year than last year, and I actually think Dante DiVincenzo is better than Jordan Poole as a player. But Jordan Poole, he hasn't played like we saw last year, this year. But if you go back and watch the finals last year. I mean, Jordan Poole was a big reason that they won, 100%, because Draymond Green was not playing well in the playoffs last year. And they really relied on Jordan Poole a lot. I like Boston tonight at home, and I like Denver tonight at home. So I agree with you, Duan. This is where the money is, but I think that, I think Boston, I think Denver tonight. So that's my NBA picks. I don't know about betting spreads. Like Denver opened at 4, they're 6 now. I don't know about that. I would probably rather parlay Boston and Denver together than I would bet on the spreads, but I do think those two teams win. You could also add in the Warriors are definitely going to win that next game to get it to a game 6. So you could throw like a 3-teamer in with Boston, Denver, and Golden State. And you would I don't know what that would work out to, probably around plus 125, plus 130-ish. I don't hate that. How do you feel about Randall's comment? I guess they want it more. Yeah, I mean, I think that that's true. What he said, it does appear like we were talking yesterday. It looked like the Knicks had given up and they lost. So, I don't disagree with the comment. I think it's interesting because when the Knicks played the Cavs, it just seemed like the Knicks wanted it that much more than the Cavs. And that's kind of the Knicks brand of basketball under Thibodeau, right? Like they grind and they just play harder. And that's not been the case against Miami. So I think that's interesting. I think if the Knicks, even though they won their first series, they won a series, and they got onto the second round. I think that we could see some changes with their roster. I think Thibodeau is probably safe given that they won that series, but I could see some changes coming with the roster. I think Brunson's safe, but it wouldn't shock me if they shopped Julius Randle or made a bigger move to get someone else. I wouldn't be shocked about that. I also think it's interesting to look at it from a point of like, this is kind of like a missed opportunity for any team trying to win a title if you don't move on, because really Boston's the team that you're going to have to go through. This is probably for the next few years, this is the only situation where we will see the Milwaukee Bucks out in the first round. So not having to face them and avoiding that completely, it's a big missed opportunity if you don't make it to the finals from the Eastern Conference side this year. So that is something to look at. That's another reason. But I could see the Knicks making some roster changes. I do think Tibbs is probably safe, though, based off them winning that series against the Cavs. Hard to win a championship back-to-back years. I agree with that. Smart and Brogdon PRAs. I'll pull up the predictor after. I'll see what it's saying. But Smart, you guys know that's been my go-to bet the last like 3 games. Marcus Smart's been absolutely money, and he's hit all 3 of those times. Actually, I'll pull up the predictor now, since we're still on NBA. If you guys have never seen this tool, this is the Prize Picks Predictor. It is a premium tool. We offer projections for Prize Picks and also for Underdog. We have an Underdog predictor on the site as well if you bet on Underdog, but we're partners with Prize Picks, so we show that one off here. This is up for every sport, every single day. If you guys sign up, you'll get access to this tool, the premium Discord, all that good stuff, my premium bets. It's a very useful tool, and you'll see, once again, the top number, Marcus Smart, over points. We were getting him at 11.5 for a few games. He's up to 13. I still like the over 13. Marcus Smart, over 13 points. That's my favorite NBA bet. No reason to go off this. If it misses, then we'll reconsider. Maybe we'll go back to it. But we've hit this like 4 or 5 times in a row. I'm going right back to this. Marcus Smart, over 13 points tonight. That's money. It's been hitting. I think it's hit every game this series, and I'm going back to it tonight. Do you think Mitch is too slow to start? I don't know. I mean, he looked pretty good against the Cavs. He just struggled. He's been struggling against Miami. Miami's made some pretty good adjustments because, like, if you look back to when Miami played in the play-in, they got kind of killed by Atlanta on the glass, and they've kind of corrected that this series. So I don't know. I mean, I don't love Mitchell Robinson. I don't think he's a star player, but he's solid. But I definitely could see them making just some roster changes as a whole. But Marcus Smart, over 13 points. That's my NBA play tonight. But you said PRAs. Let's pull this up. Just take a look here. Definitely like Smart over because it has that 26, lines at 21.5. Brogdon, that line's going to be juiced. Still likes it slightly and over, but line's at 22. It's kind of high. But that Smart over 21.5 PRAs looks good too. If you would rather bet that instead of the points, I think that's fine. But, I mean, we've been hitting Marcus Smart points. I'm just going to go back to it. I'm going to pull the live trends up for baseball. If you guys have any other bets you want to talk about, drop it in the chat. I'm going to run through these games, give you my takes. I do have a couple plays I like. Yeah, did they have like Fournier on the bench, Derrick Rose, like these guys that just don't even get in the game? I mean, at this point, I'd be trying some stuff out. Like, if you're down, like, no reason just going down with what you've been doing. Like, I would just be trying some other stuff out. Do you guys have any baseball bets you like? Dinger Tuesday on FanDuel, Sean. I got 2. Well, first of all, I write an article every single day, home run picks, betkarma.com. We hit last night. I wrote 2 home run props up. Gleyber Torres, Brent Rooker, Gleyber Torres plus 350 hit a home run. So we hit that. Up over $400 for my home run picks for the season in that article. I did write one today. I put 2 picks in there, but I have one I'll give out because there's another one I like. So I will give out a Dinger Tuesday pick. When I get to the game, I'll give it out. All right, let's start. Rays, O's. I don't know, man. I like both these teams. I said yesterday, how do you bet against the Rays? Once again, I think Grayson Rodriguez is a good pitcher, but how do you bet against the Rays? So I'm not betting anything there. If I was going to, I would lean Rays. I just can't bet against them right now. I don't know. They're that good. I don't want to bet against them. Rockies, Pirates. Pirates calling up Luis Ortiz to start tonight. We have not seen him this year. Not a huge strikeout picture. He's not like a top prospect, but he's one of the Pirates' top prospects. I think he's top 7, 8 on their prospect list. Not a huge strikeout pitcher, but he's been good in the minors. I would probably lean Pittsburgh here, but I don't really want to lay a minus 175 on a pitcher that we haven't seen this year, So I'll be avoiding that game, but I would definitely lean Pirates. Reds, Mets. A lot of money's come in on the Reds over the last 40 minutes because it got announced Max Scherzer will not be starting for the Mets. So they opened minus 225. That was with Max Scherzer starting. He's got a neck injury. He will not be starting. It's going to be David Peterson. So you can still get the Reds around plus 140. I would be fine taking a stab on the Reds here. Obviously, don't like David Peterson as much as I do Max Scherzer. And I kind of like how the Reds match up against Peterson. The over-under is really high, 10. Tons of sharp money coming in there, 41%. It's really hot in Cincy, small ballpark. So definitely lean over here. Even at 10, you get that push potential. I think that's fine. I like the over 10 in this game, and I would lean taking a small stab on the Reds money line with Scherzer getting scratched. But that over 10 looks pretty good. It's really, really good hitting weather there. Blue Jays, Phillies. I definitely don't bet on Alek Manoah. Now, the Phillies have not been kind to me. They've kind of been screwing me over the few times I've bet on them. But I'm not a Manoah guy. And you can see here some sharp money coming on the Phillies. I would lean Phillies. Right here, 59% of the bets have come in on Toronto, but that line moved towards Philly because 64% of the money's coming in. So I would lean Philly in that game. A's, Yankees, I cannot lay minus 265 on any baseball team, but I definitely lean Yankees. It's actually even more on FanDuel. It's minus 290, which is pretty crazy. Definitely lean Yankees here. You could go over 8.5. There's some sharp money on the under, but I think you could go over just based off of it's the A's. Like Drew Wyszynski looks pretty bad. He's looked bad in both starts. This guy came over from the KBO. He's looked bad in both starts. Their bullpen's obviously bad. And I say it all the time, but the New York Yankees are the streakiest team in the entire of Major League Baseball. They're very streaky. They broke out offensively last night against this same bad bullpen. Maybe that gets them going. They're getting Aaron Judge back in the lineup tonight. This team goes as Aaron Judge goes. So if he comes back, maybe they got the momentum rolling from last night. So I think you could go over 8.5 or just bet the over on the Yankees team total, but I'm sure it's like 5.5 without me checking. But I definitely not. You can parlay the Yankees with some at minus 265, but I do think they probably win the game. Red Sox, Braves, love this game. Think some very good hitting weather here. It's hot in Atlanta. There's some wind blowing out. Two definitely beatable pitchers. Pivetta is not good. He gives up a lot of home runs. Charlie Morton has been better the last few starts, but he'll still give up a home run or two. So, and the Red Sox have been pretty hot. So I like this spot for offense. This is where my Dinger Tuesday pick came. So Sean, if you're still in here, give me Rafi Devers. Let me check what his odds are on FanDuel real quick. Plus 350. I like Rafi Devers tonight. Matches up really well against Morton. This season, Morton, 224 ISO allowed to lefties. Obviously, we know that Devers has a ton of power. And if you know anything about Charlie Morton, he throws a ton of curveballs, Rafi Devers has the best numbers on the Red Sox against curveballs. 421 WOBA against the pitch, 393 ISO. That's a team high number against curveballs. So I think it's a good spot for Devers. Also, a little bump with him going from Fenway to Truist Park in Atlanta. That park plays more to left-handed power since they built it for Freddie Freeman. So it's helpful for the lefties like Matt Olson, Devers, some of the other guys. So I like Rafi Devers tonight for a home run call. I'm going to bet him after we get off the stream at plus 350. Dodgers Brewers. Some sharp money on the under here, but I don't know, man. I don't like either of these pitchers. I definitely don't. Syndergaard has been horrific. Eric Lauer is solid. He just gives up home runs, and the Dodgers do have some righties that can hit home runs. So I definitely don't want to bet the under here. I probably won't bet the over. It'll just be a stay away spot from me. But I'd be looking at maybe some props on the Brewers batters, the lefties, Rowdy Tellez, Yelich, guys like that, just because Syndergaard looks completely dust. I mean, he's striking out like 15% of batters this year. They actually were going to pull him from the rotation, but they called up one of their prospects, Gavin Stone. He was so bad that they had to send him back down. So they're just kind of stuck with Syndergaard for right now, even though they clearly don't want him to start games because he's just not good. So maybe a spot that we could go back to some Brewers. Don't have to bet them for the game, but some props on some Brewers guys looks pretty good to me. Rowdy Tellez in particular was sticking out. Cardinals, Cubs. I mean, I don't love anything here. There's some sharp money on the Cubs, and I agree with that. You guys know I've been fading Jack Flaherty all year. So if you're going to look for a side here, I'd be leaning Cubs for sure against Flaherty. White Sox, Royals, Giolito against Lyles. Don't want to lay minus 155 on the White Sox, but Jordan Lyles is horrific. So definitely lean White Sox in this game, but I will not be betting it. Same can be said for Padres, Twins. I actually lean Padres in this spot. Michael Wacha against Varland. Varland's look kind of good, but the Twins, man, they're super frustrating to bet on. They've let us down a few times in some parlays. Like, they've really cost us a lot of money, but sometimes their offense just does not show up. So I actually lean Padres in that game if you were looking for a side. Astros, Angels, Ohtani on the bump. Only a minus 142 favorite. This is pretty much the lowest I can remember seeing Ohtani as a favorite, which I thought was interesting. Probably because Framber Valdez is opposing him. He's a pretty good pitcher, but I'll always back Ohtani. I think you can, per usual, you can ladder his strikeouts. This Houston Astros offense, this is not the same Astros team we've seen the last few years. For this season alone, striking out 24% of the time against right-handed pitching, sub 300 WOBA. Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez are really the guys that you're scared of here. They're continuously batting. Jose Abreu cleanup. He's been horrible. Bregman's solid, but not really anything I'm super scared of, especially same-handed matchup, righty on righty. So definitely feed me the Angels, Ohtani, bet him first 5 as opposed to the full game because the Angels bullpen is definitely suspect. So I'll definitely lean towards the Angels there. Marlins, Diamondbacks. Brandon Pfaadt is starting for the Diamondbacks. Basically the best pitching prospect in baseball, and he's going against Jesus Luzardo, who's a good young pitcher for the Marlins. Not sure what to make of him. Pfaadt kind of struggled in that first start. He got beat around a little bit the second time through the order, but that was a tougher matchup. I mean, he's someone that he has very good control, and he throws a lot of strikes. So he's going to give up some home runs because of him challenging the strike zone. Rangers definitely have some power. The Marlins do not have much power. Sub 130 ISO for their combined lineup. That should be out tonight. They strike out a lot. So as much as I like Luzardo, the Diamondbacks kind of match up against lefties pretty well. They have some really good hitters against lefties. So give me lean towards the Diamondbacks here. I think Pfaadt's going to rebound from that first start, and I would lean towards them. There's some sharp money coming in them also. So I would lean towards Diamondbacks in that game. Rangers, Mariners, I don't know. Kirby and Haney, I hate Andrew Haney. You guys know this. I'll never bet on him. So I would lean Mariners here, but, I mean, they kind of screwed me last night, so I'm not going out of my way to bet them. And then Giants big minus 250 favorites over the Nationals. That's because Patrick Corbin's starting and Logan Webb is going for the Giants. Don't love anything here. You could take a shot at the over, or you could bet the Giants team total over. But that about does it. Overall, favorite plays for MLB today. I'm looking at the over 10 in this Mets-Reds game, over 10. I'm looking at the – I don't know. I'm trying to decide between two. I gave out a 2-unit play. I don't want to give that on here since I gave it out to premium members. So we'll go over 10 in the Mets-Reds. We'll go Angels minus 140 on the money line. And we'll go Diamondbacks minus 115 on the money line. There's my 3 baseball plays. Marcus Smart over 13 points. That's the NBA play. NHL, I might be done with NHL for a few days after the Oilers laid that egg. I just don't. If you guys have a hockey play you want to talk about, we could talk about it. But I'm not going out of my way to bet on hockey at this current moment after last night. Devils. What's the line? Let me pull it up. I don't even know what the lines are. Pull up the live trends here. I don't even know who's playing tonight. Devils, Canes, Stars, Kraken. Kraken are an absolute wagon. There's no way I'm betting against them. Devils at home. They did rebound in that last game, but I think the Canes are the better team, so I don't know. I don't want to go out of my way to bet on them. NHL season's over. Yeah, I'll watch it, but I don't know how much more I'm going to bet on it, to be honest. I like how the Panthers, can someone correct me if I'm wrong if you follow hockey? The Panthers, weren't even supposed to make the playoffs. Is this correct? And now they're the favorite to win the Stanley Cup. Pretty crazy. Do I expect these NBA games to be close? I think Phoenix-Denver will probably be close for sure. Boston, I feel like Boston could maybe pull away late in their game. All right, that about does it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any further questions, I'll be in the Discord, betkarmachat.com. Download the BetKarma app for free. Click the chat room link. That'll get you access. Sign up for the Prize Picks Predictor. That will also get you access to the premium channels. If you missed it, you can go back and rewatch the stream, but I gave out 3 baseball picks, 1 NBA pick. And I'm also starting, for premium members only, we're starting up the MLB Ladder Challenge, $10 to $10,000. We were doing this a little bit in NBA. I think the farthest we made it was day 5 once. But we're doing a baseball one, so I'm going to start that tonight, as well as I gave out a 2-unit play of the day for baseball in the premium Discord as well. So thank you guys for tuning in Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern when we do the stream. I'll be back Wednesday, 3 o'clock to recap today, talk about tomorrow's best bets. Good luck with your bets tonight, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.